Hey, what's going on YouTube? Vince here from Team Gins. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's enjoying the new format so far. I'm loving it so far just because I'm kind of a rogue player with the decks I play. I never really play a lot of Tier 1 decks. I never have been. I never will be, pretty much. Just because I think that a lot of them are really boring. I've never played like Dragons or Prophecy or anything like that. I just think the decks are boring. They have those like 3 plays over and over again. If you don't get them off, you lose. If you get it off, you're gonna win in one turn. It's just, I don't know. I would much rather play something fun. So, playing a couple of different decks this format. One is a deck that I didn't think I was gonna be playing this format, but I've been testing it. Still runs great after all these years of playing it. I'm still running my Lightsworn Zombies. And without further ado, here's the layout. It's completely different, especially in the extra deck and the side deck. It's a lot more kind of control-oriented, very fast, sometimes a little too fast. I'm trying to really get it to like a little bit more of a structured kind of deck, but so far I'm absolutely loving it, this format. So without further ado, here's the monsters. 2 Plague Spreader Zombie. Absolutely awesome. He's the main engine of the deck, basically, just him by himself. He does so many great things, and with Mizuki at 2 and running Book of Life and Zombie Master, you just get him out of the graveyard so much more often than he probably should, without using his effect, which is great because you don't have to pay that cost, which I know a lot of people used to hate about Plague Spreader. Continuing on with 2 Mizuki. Absolutely necessary. Mizuki just gets off a lot of plays that you just basically shouldn't get off. Moving on with the zombies. 3 Zombie Master. I still think that 3 is absolutely necessary. He's the main XYZ engine of the deck. Some people like running like Blue-Blooded Oni and Pyramid Turtle, stuff like that. I just don't think it's necessary. And the final zombie in your zombie portion are 2 Goblin Zombie. I still think 3 is just a little too much because you're going to be using him to get your Zombie Master to your hand or your Plague Spreader if you really need it. But for the most part, you just need 2 Goblin Zombie, just 2. For the Chaos portion, obviously you got your 1 Blackluster Soldier, 1 Chaos Sorcerer. Over the years I've been iffy on this guy. I still kind of am, but he's still too good not to run. He's just another Chaos Monster that helps you give graveyard control and everything about that. But if you mill it early game, it's really kind of a pain. Next up, Double Card Trooper. Absolutely one of the best cards in the deck. 2 Necro Gardener. Sometimes I wish I had a 3rd. Sometimes I think 2 is just absolutely perfect. Like, it's a fast deck, but it's not that fast, you know? This is the big change to the deck. I'm playing 2 Tour Guides and a Tour Bus. A lot of people don't like Tour Bus, but in Lightsworn variants, I think it's absolutely a viable card. It gets milled to the graveyard. You get a card back from your graveyard to your hand that you didn't want to mill, like Blacklisted Soldier, Judgment Dragon. I can go on. And the 2 Tour Guides are just fantastic. Just because if you ever played this deck, you'll agree with me. Level 4 XYZs might be like the heart of the deck. Like the big plays of the deck come from level 4 XYZs, but the level 3s are what really make things happen. Like Giga Brilliant in this deck is insane. Giga Brilliant's amazing. I love him in this deck. 1 Dark Arm Dragon. He's too good not to run, but most of the time I side him out game 2 just because the deck is so fast and you can in 1 turn pile 7 Darks into the grave and it's just like, oh well, what are you gonna do now? 1 Honest, just because of all the lights you play, and finally 1 Gores. For the Lightsworn engine, 2 Judgment Dragon, 3 is just a little bit overkill. Just because you don't, there are going to be times where you open up with them first hand, it's going to be a slower duel. Because if you do get a slow hand in this deck, then it's painfully slow. Double Raikou, pretty standard. 2 Lila, 2 Wolf. I think 3 Wolf is too much. I see some people play 3, but it's just too much, I think. I still play the 1 Celestia. I still love the 1 Celestia. I think it's one of the... It's like a slower card. It helps slow down the deck a little bit, but just if you get her effect off, it's basically game. So good. And for the one-ofs, I play one Aaron, one Jane, and one Lumina. Everybody keeps telling me to bump up to 2 Lumina. I've tried it, people. I've tried it. It's not, like, a good time. It's not fun. For the spells, 1 charge the Light Brigade, 2 solar recharge. I sometimes wish I had a 3rd recharge, but I've also tried it. It's kind of clunky. Just because of all the stuff that you run in this deck that's not a Light Swarm. 2 Book of Life. Amazing. 1 Dark Hole, and the final card in this deck, the one Treacherous Trap Hole. That's the main deck. Still 40 cards. It's a little fast. For those of you that are like kind of slower players, it's probably not the deck for you. But if you like a fast-paced OTK-based deck, like this is like a deck where you can OTK, but you also have a lot of options, which is what I like in a deck. And for the extra deck, pretty standard stuff. The 1 Catastor, 1 Revived King Hades, 1 Black Rose Dragon, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Crimson Blader, and for the XYZs, for the level 3s, we have Muzaridham. Sometimes I wish I had 10 Tempo instead of him, but for the most part, he just helps get rid of a lot of like the big beaters, just the problem cards that I run into. The 1 Zen Mains, and 1 Giga Brilliant. You run a lot of level 3s in this deck, and you get them out very, very easily. For the level 4 engine, My Stroke, Diamond Direwolf, Utopia, Populaprative, and for the 3 level 4s, I still absolutely love Shark Drake. He's the king of getting in a lot of damage that you really don't need to get in at all. And it's only 14 cards in the extra deck. Right now I can't find. I'm also running the Masquerade, the new 104 Masquerade. I love that card to death. I think that card's a really cool card. I think it's the fact that it's really just overly decent. But that's the deck, guys. If you want me to send you the deck list, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and take it easy.